The first call was good. That's the thing nobody tells you, the good ones don't sound like scams. A woman called from what my phone displayed as my bank's actual customer service number. She knew the last 4 digits of my card. She knew a transaction I'd made at a hardware store the day before, for $86, which was correct. She said there'd been an attempted charge from another state and she needed to verify my identity to freeze the card. I almost did it. I want to be honest about that, because people who get caught by this are not stupid, they're busy. I was standing in a parking lot with groceries melting. What saved me was that she got impatient. Just slightly. When I said I'd call the number on the back of my card instead, there was a half-second of irritation before she recovered. Real fraud departments want you to hang up and call back. It's the first thing they tell you to do. So I said, actually, hang on, let me get somewhere quieter, and I put her on hold and I called my bank's real fraud line on my other phone. Then I did something I've been told repeatedly was reckless. I told the real fraud analyst what was happening on my other line, Liv. And instead of telling me to hang up, she asked me to hold and put a supervisor on. And the supervisor said, "How much time do you have?" 6 weeks. That's how much time I had. Here's how it worked. I became, from that day, an extremely gullible and extremely slow customer. I called them back. I let them walk me through securing my funds. I asked a lot of questions. I let calls run 40 minutes. I was confused about my own online banking on purpose, repeatedly, in ways that required them to explain their process to me in detail. Everything I learned went to the bank's fraud team in a shared document. The names they used. The scripts. The exact wording of the transfer instructions. The 3 different callback numbers. And critically, the account details they gave me to move my money to, because they gave me new ones every time one got shut down. That was the actual prize. Not catching them. Mapping them. 6 weeks. 11 mule accounts across 4 institutions. My bank's fraud team fed each one to the receiving bank as it came in, which meant those accounts were flagged before most of the real victims' money ever landed. I have no idea how many people that helped, and neither does anybody, because you can't count a theft that didn't happen. They never got $1 from me. At the end I was moved off my case to a different agent, and the calls stopped. I don't want to make this sound heroic. It was mostly tedious. I spent hours of my life being patronized by a man named Daniel from the security department, who called me sir 11 times in one call. But I'll tell you the one moment I keep. Week 5, the impatient woman from the very first call came back on the line. She'd forgotten me. She started the same script, the same hardware store detail, the same practiced concern. And I said, "Yeah, we've spoken. Take your time." She was quiet for about 3 seconds. Then she hung up. Call the number on the back of your card. Every time. That's the whole lesson.